Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and welcome back to Let's Play Jurassic World Evolution. This is episode 18, and as you can see here, we are back on Isla Pena because we have that one last mission that I want to get out of the way so I can stop bringing it up in every episode. You can see here our Dominus is still doing well. So, what was I making in the creation lab? No, not that one. Pachycephalosaurus. Alright, so let's go to... I already have the mission unlocked. You can see I already did all of the unlocks on this island. So let's just go here and hit start mission.
Great. As you know, some of our specimens break down into herbivores and carnivores. The herbivores tend to be more docile and passive. The carnivores, not so much. Our goal is to get them isolated and into their own enclosures.
Yeah, this is really something you should be telling me 4 islands in.
Hatch our new dinosaurs and separate them.
Of course, it should be easy enough to tell them apart. Here's a helpful tip. The ones trying to bite off your hand, not vegan.
Alright, so we need a Metriacanthosaurus, a Deinonychus, 2 Chasmosaurus, and 2, what was the last one? Gallimimus. So it should be fairly easy. I mean, we're gonna have to make some space in these enclosures, because, you know, they were already kind of full to the brim here. And you can see the Chasmosaurus are right at, is that Chasmosaurus? Yeah. Chasmosaurus I already have are right at the edge of their comfort limit. What's their social requirement? 3 to 5. And I have 4. Also, you notice how for some reason the Centaurosaurus don't have a group alpha? Seems kind of odd. Maybe their group is not big enough because they have a fairly large group size. Alright, so yeah, we're going to just kind of sell some of our existing dinosaurs here. So, Metriacanthosaurus, small to mid-sized carnivore. We also I unlocked 2 new color palettes. The rainforest pattern, which apparently is very blue, and the vivid pattern, which is apparently purple. Let's see what that looks like. Alright, so we got the Metriacanthosaurus there.
This latest contract is a little unexpected.
No, that's okay. Okay, where am I gonna put Deinonychus is the thing. I don't really have a lot of enclosures, so I'm gonna have to kind of make do with what I've got. I think we're just gonna need to go a little trank crazy. You know, just get rid of kind of everything. Wait. Oh, that Packy is... No, it's in the right one. Okay. I was confused for a sec.
Confirming task. Task received. Adding task.
Alright.
Asset collection request received.
Sell yet another T-Rex. Okay, so we need 2 Chasmosaurus. Four Gallimimus and 1 Deinonychus. Obviously, we can't just do 1 Deinonychus because they don't do well on their own. However, I don't think they need a very big enclosure, so I'm wondering if I can just split this existing one in half. What is Deinonychus's group size? I think it's 3? Yeah, they need at least 3. So I'm thinking we'll put the Metracanthosaurus in this big loop here, which hopefully should be big enough, and then I'll just draw a fence across and hopefully fit Deinonychus into the other one.
En route to collect.
Confirmed.
Alright, so these Chasmosaurs are gonna go in here. Okay, so the Hyongosaurus do not need a group, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out one of the Chasmosaurs and one of the existing Hyongosaurs,
Acknowledged.
and then just put the 2 new Chasmosaurs in there.
Transportation underway. En route to pick up the asset. Heading to pick up the asset.
Alright, so we got a bit of a
Asset
bit of a
to be
dino
collected.
cull going on right now, but I think this should work out. Okay, you're almost ready. And then I guess the Gallimimus will just go in here. Gallimimus. G. Gallimimus.
Asset required.
This way, it reduces the
Asset transfer.
Chasmosaur population while also reducing the overall population. So the group size is not too small and they won't rage, but they will still
Transporting asset.
not be angry once I put the new ones in. What's going on here? Oh, I thought that was a Jeep from a distance. Okay, so the Metracanthosaurus is good. Let's see what you look like. Kind of as I thought, it's impossible to tell what it looks like because it's so dark.
We are pleased to welcome a Metracanthosaurus to the park.
Okay, he wants more forest. Because the T-Rex did not want forest, so there isn't a lot in here. Okay, so he's going to be in there with the Archaeonithomimus, which we're only in there to be kind of T-Rex food, honestly. Not heavy steel, I want concrete. Okay, so that is just within his comfortable limits. So yeah, I think we should be good on the Deinonychus now. Deinonychus. Incubate. Boy, they are so expensive for their size. Alright, so the Chasmosaurs. Are going to get tranked and transferred. Okay, there is still a carnivore feeder in there. It's only a goat feeder, though.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Kind of see what he looks like. He's got, like,
Chasmosaurus
yellow stripes on purple skin. Instead of, I guess, black stripes on yellow skin as their normal color. Okay. So these Deinonychus are done, but I can't release them yet or they'll get angry.
Understood. Request acknowledged.
Oh no. A failed incubation. That's been something we haven't seen in a while. There we go. We didn't have the upgrades on here. Okay, so while we wait, let's see. Giganotosaurus, not maxed out yet. And we haven't unlocked any of the Dr. Wu dig sites yet. Triceratops. Yeah, I guess there's only those 3 left to max out. But it'd be nice to grab some items for the new park.
Acknowledging asset collection request.
I mean, I did that between episodes as well, so we should have a little bit of money over on our new location.
Collecting asset.
Okay, those 2 go there. And now we just need 3 more Gallimimus, which are fairly quick to incubate.
Feeder supplies inbound.
Everybody says you can handle yourself, so this new contract should be a cakewalk, right?
Don't even need these contracts anymore. Again, this is one thing I don't really like about the missions, is that a lot of them are just wait for dinosaurs to incubate. So we're gonna waste like a chunk of this episode just basically waiting on these.
Asset being transported.
I really wonder if she's just not gonna give me a task aside from this, just like, okay, you made them, good job. Because the last island had that one entertainment one where it's like, just put a skin
Asset
on
in
them.
Transit.
And Gallimimus, of course, does not have a social limit, so it'll be alright on their own. Pachycephalosaurus has a low group tolerance, but surprised none of these Archaeonithomimus have gotten eaten yet. I mean, Metriacanthosaurus is fairly small, so it's not too aggressive, as far as I can tell. Okay. There's the rest of our Gallimimus. So we save the valuable cell items and got rid of the rest. And now I'm basically just doing it for money. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome
This part with this island is going to be a little darker just because I turned down the brightness again once we were on Isla Sorna because it was looking a little washed out. So this part will be dark, but we're not going to be here too long. We're just going to finish out this mission. And they have those green looking kind of jungly skins.
Each of the species of dinosaurs we nurture has their own requirements. Make sure their welfare is up to our standards.
This is one of our biggest challenges. These animals, even when we keep them separated, they know. They each know that the other is there. Predator and prey. One lives in frustration, the other in fear. It's a powder keg just waiting for a spark.
Wait, so they want me to put them all in one enclosure without getting killed? Well, I mean, all the herbivores in one and all the carnivores in the other. I mean, I guess the Metriacanthosaurus shouldn't fight the Deinonychus? Dr. Wu, tear down this wall! Alright, so yeah, we have to put them all in the same enclosure. It's kind of dumb.
No problem.
Mostly just because it's such a pain in the ass to deal with these things on this island, because we have so little space, so it's not like I can just make a new enclosure to deal with this. Like, I feel like I kind of maximized the space that we had. Alright, so hopefully the Deinonychus stays on their own side. Oh, I am gonna... Oh, no, they have water over there, too, so... Yeah, they should behave, hopefully. It's okay, those are there for a reason.
No problem. Heading to collect the asset.
Okay, this is going to lead to the Chasmosaurs getting upset, but hopefully that's okay. That it'll take them too long to do that for the mission to be bothered by it. Okay, that's not one of the mission ones. So yeah, this is going to
Asset.
set the... What happened to you?
Asset transportation in progress.
Died of old age. Oh, here's a sleeping one. So yeah, you don't see sleeping too often. Even now that they've added it, so... I'll try to point it out whenever I pick up on it. Ranger team, you gonna deal with this sick dinosaur?
En route to pick up the asset.
Alright, so as long as the Deinonychus don't bother the Metriacanthosaurus...
No diseased dinosaurs detected.
I mean, they're panicking, so I'm hoping that means that they will not actively pick a fight here. Did he just, like, snap at him as he ran by?
Asset transportation in
Alright.
Acknowledging request for feeder resupply.
So now that we've got all these helicopters in the air. Okay, drop the Chasmosaur in there, and then we should be good. Nope. So it turned out that's not a shortcut when I do that by accident. It is actually just, if you middle click on the mission tab. Oh, look how cute they are when they're not trying to kill something. Wiggling their little tail. Alright, I'm awake. Alright. Now I need to meet the social need, which means I need to I have to move the other Chasmosaur. Would have been nice if they just told me that ahead of time.
Adding to the list. Confirming task.
So I'm just going to trank them all. Because, yeah, I think that's the only thing I'm missing here is that they're not socially fulfilled. And so all the other ones are good.
A contract just landed on my desk.
I got the Deinonychus covered already. And now we're back to the waiting game. Which is still kind of what this game is more than anything. It is waiting on timers. Which is fine if you're playing it on your own, listen to podcasts while you do it. but it does slow things down when you're recording. Alright, Chasmosaur is ready to be dropped in.
Collected.
And this should complete the mission, and then we can leave. And never come back to this perpetually dark island. I wonder what it'd be like if you actually turn on the day-night cycle on here, because you can, somehow. I don't know where that option is, but you can turn it on once you 5-star the island. So once we get this done, we'll, I think, switch over to Woo's Island for the moment. Because Isla Sorna's coming along, but, you know, I'm not in a rush to get that done.
Asset transportation.
I would like to unlock the Troodons, which we should be able to do on the new island, because one of the missions is about Troodons. So presumably, you would unlock them before doing that. There goes another one. Yeah, the Metriacanthosaurus seems to be fairly easygoing.
If this isn't the worst case, it's damn close. We have a disease spreading through the dinosaurs community, and we need to get a handle on it immediately.
Need I remind you of the investment you're putting at risk by letting this disease spread?
Asset delivery confirmed. Request acknowledged.
Now I feel like they're just throwing busy work at me in this mission.
Acknowledging asset collection request.
And of course, I could only build one ranger station here, so gotta wait for them to drive all the way there. Yep, just park right next to that Chasmosaur. And now we also have to wait for them to individually shoot each of these. What? Did that Pachycephalosaur just hit nothing? I'm hearing a lot of thumping sounds.
No diseased dinosaurs detected.
We may be reaching an epidemic. The disease is spreading.
Confirmed.
Ah, boy. What a cool mission.
Task.
Oh shit, that's not even the right one.
Task received.
God damn it, I will do it myself.
Assuming control.
Except I don't remember where the gate is. It's all the way on the other side. Alright, so, I guess we'll just wait then.
Asset in range. Objective completed.
Okay, this one's gonna be a little tougher because Deinonychus is a smaller target. But as long as it's not moving, it's just standing still right now.
Off target.
Right in the head.
No diseased dinosaurs detected.
Alright. And now we can make tundra-themed dinosaurs that will look completely out of place.
Okay. As bad as it was there for a minute, it looks like the fire is out. The disease has been contained, and we have no signs of it in the park.
Phew, the fire's out, says the woman holding the flamethrower.
Alright. So now let us leave this place and never come back. So let's see, what was I doing on Muerta East? We got an enclosure set up, I remember that. I think that was about it. I think I placed these down in between episodes, just the fossil center and the ACU. I don't know, I think I did place that. Oh no, it was a research center I built. So now we can do, I guess, the new research once it appears. Alright, let's sell all this, make some money back. There we go. 4.5 million. So yeah, we had the Pentaceratops and the Sauropelta. But Sauropelta was not a good fit because they have a very low maximum population of 4. See, I kind of want to keep some of this stuff off to the side just so it's not wasting valuable space that could be used for gift shops and restaurants. But you do kind of want the storm defense to be centrally located. Alright, so I guess we'll get rid of Sauropelta.
Adding task.
Get something a little more group-friendly in there. Okay, so security-focused.
I suppose this is where we could make small talk about the weather. But truth is, you've accomplished something big by completing that contract. So well done.
Alright, so what are we gonna put in here? Chunkingosaurus is a good option because they have a group requirement of 2 to 18 and a max population of 18, so they are fairly chill. Diplodocus would be too large. Titanosaur, they have another low cap since ankylosaurs are apparently very unfriendly.
I can't thank you enough, which means I'm not gonna try.
Edmontosaurus. Giganotosaurus, also very easygoing. Kentrosaurus. I don't think I've made a Kentrosaurus yet. I mean, what do we have in there right now? Just the Pentaceratops?
Heading to pick up the asset.
Guess we'll go with Kentrosaurus for now. I'll make 2 of them because I don't actually know what their group size is. or if they have one. Stegosaurs seem to be kind of a mix of group-based and individually comfortable. So this stuff we have to unlock, so we don't actually have any new research yet. Alright, so let's get some security contracts going.
I've got a new contract for you. Review it, and then I think you should accept it.
Wow, that is a massive waste of money. I'm gonna decline that because that'll take forever to wait for the incubation on those.
Asset in transit.
Nope, that's not what I wanted. So this is all using up power, but we are good on power for the moment since we have... I thought we had 2 power stations, but I might actually be thinking of Sorna. Oh well, we got a decent amount of space. People have pointed out in the reviews for this and stuff that this map and the other one, I guess, are fairly small. But I'll take a small, fairly open map over a large map with a big chunk of it missing. Because Pena is kind of a large map, but it's so spread out that it might as well not be, with all the thin connectors. Alright, so we're going to need another enclosure, that's for sure. And I'm thinking for now we're going to do a carnivore. So it's... oh man, these sharp corners are awful with how they look. You know, that's actually probably too big. Even for what I'm thinking. Maybe something more like this. That might be too small. We'll find out. Okay. Yeah, so I kind of used up a little too much power. Oh, we don't have upgrades on this yet. Alright, so that gives me a big chunk of power back.
Three words. Contract, you, yeah.
Didn't even give her a chance to finish.
Financial security is almost as important as personal security. So take this contract.
We have added a new viewing gallery for you to observe our magnificent creatures.
I like that kind of very distinctly scaled skin they've got going on.
This dinosaur, the Kentrosaurus, is an herbivore that seems relatively harmless, which on these islands means only kinda dangerous.
And this right here is the problem with the new herding improvements. Because dinosaurs stay close together, you discover how completely awful their clipping actually is. Because they have very poor collision meshes on most of the dinosaurs, it seems, which they should fix, but they probably won't, because that sounds like something they'll go, oh, that doesn't actually drastically affect the gameplay experience, so we will leave it, and you will just have these horrible mutant split dinosaurs occurring. Or maybe they will fix it, but I don't know, that seems like a polished thing that is beyond Frontier to actually focus on when it takes them so long to add such minor features as it is. Alright, Kentrosaur, what do you want? You want social, you want 3. Alright. I can do 3. Also, let's grab our new dinosaur for our large enclosure. Well, for our other enclosure, I was going to say large, and it's not really that large. We are going to make a Giganotosaurus. It's going to cost a lot, but hopefully they are fairly high rated. Alright, so we'll just get rid of all the trees. So yeah, I think this might be a little too small, but if it is, I'll just expand it outward a little bit. So let's pop a gate on it. You know, I probably, come to think of it, shouldn't put the gate on the farthest corner, because that just means it takes longer for the rangers to do their thing. Okay, we'll do a high capacity. Well, maybe I shouldn't do a high capacity carnivore feeder because it's really expensive. Also, when you place or remove trees, these identical parrots come out. And look at the quality of that model. I mean, they don't have to be high quality, since, you know, obviously they're very tiny and not really something you see normally, but it's just fun to look at them up close with this stuff. I mean, I love being able to just pause it and look around for, you know, photos. Man, look how busy it is. Alright, let's get some more expeditions going for money. Forgot to put in some water. So what's the demand looking like? Drink, food, shopping, fun, transport. So we're gonna need a restaurant in here. You know, fast food is really not that bad considering it's 3 stars for each. Ooh, that's a perfect place to fill in. Okay. So we're just waiting on our species. Also, these Kentrosaurs are gonna start getting irritable. Oh boy. Look at this clusterfuck. Okay. They've unclipped. They still do this, though. They socialize by just staring at each other. Alright, so their needs are met. Fast food restaurant is full. Let's bump up the staff and switch to Dino Dish. Dino Dish for $12. Alright, so how does that do on our food and drink requirements? Does it for the hotel, not so much for the thing over here, but I think we're gonna build another thing closer. So shopping, that'll be a clothing shop. It's only 108,000. Those are actually really cheap. Let's put one of those right here. And we can just sell everything because we have maxed everything out, I think. I might be missing, like, a patasaur, and that's it. Let's go to incubate. Scroll down. Yeah, so Mutabotosaurus, 2%, Pentaceratops, Giganospinosaurus, and Apatosaurus. Alright, so now we're just waiting on the big fella, who should actually be a big fella now. Because again, one of the problems when the game first came out that people complained about is the scale on some of the dinosaurs, including the Giganotosaurus. Oh, I can't do any upgrades on the Fossil Center or the Research Center. I guess they didn't want any of these to interfere with the production, or progression rather, since you do unlock this after like the second island. So they didn't want it to mess with the progression they already had set for requirements on research stations and fossil centers and such.
I'll keep this brief. There's a new contract. Review it.
If you build it, they will eat. Restaurant is also fairly cheap. I guess all of these kind of guest services are cheap. Alright, there's our Giganotosaurus. We're gonna get the ACU in position. Looking pretty impressive.
Confirmed.
Let our new restaurant serve you.
Boy, it is getting dark.
Up to a point, there are evolutionary advantages to size, and this Giganotosaurus pushes the limits. You're going to have your hands full with this one.
Alright, hopefully I can trank him before he eats anything.
You did good work out there with that contract.
He's about to pick a fight with that Pentaceratops. It's like, you what, mate? Look how close he walked up, just like, what? You want some? Huh? Do that. Maybe shuffle it over a little bit. And do a little bit of brightness. Not a great time of day to take this shot, but you know, you kind of go with what you've got. Pentaceratops just like, yeah, that's what I thought. Look at this mighty carnivore. Just collapsed. Alright. So you are going to be the star of this
Collect an
enclosure.
asset.
And I think I can fit Storm Center back here. So I was just thinking, like, what am I going to do with this space back here? We'll do a Storm Defense Station.
Transportation underway.
Okay, so do the clothing shop and the restaurant. There don't have that many people in the park right now, so the limits are not that high for what is needed, but we are going to need more soon. I feel like I have so much space here that I'm kind of wasting it by leaving it so much open. I think I could make this more efficient and get another enclosure tightly in there.
Asset transport.
Alright, let's move the off-grid fossil center. Just kind of pull it in tight here. And we will move this large substation. Actually, I guess I don't need that power line. Alright, and then I can do an enclosure back here. Something like... Oh shit, I moved it the last minute. Okay, maybe like... that. And that way it doesn't infringe on if I want to put one more around the corner. Put a viewing gallery there. Viewing platform like that. I don't even know what's going to go in this one yet. I don't know why it is obstructed, except for in that one specific spot. I want to put it a little farther over, but apparently I can't.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new viewing platform for you to gain an elevated...
And now I can't find the spot it was in that was working. There we go. Okay, what am I going to put in there? I'm thinking expand this and put another creation lab back there.
I'm not sure if you're gunning for my job. With numbers like yours, you deserve it.
I can't even tell what this fence really looks like. Alright, so let's go make a larger path like that. Have it branch off in this direction. Right into the jungle. And that way I can put a creation lab here. Or not. Apparently I need to move the path a little further down. Because yeah, this is going to be the main access way into the top part there. So I think the path is going to split into
Take
two.
the contract. I have a feeling it'll be worth it in the long run. For both of us.
Okay, so Giganotosaurus, should have been paying attention, wants more grassland, less forest.
Task received.
Nothing to worry about, folks. That fence will hold for a little bit. The way the neck just compresses. I mean, those concrete walls are fairly tough. Oh. Apparently the Giganotosaurus is panicking. So it's not that tough, it's still running away from the helicopter. Alright. No biggie, people.
En route to repair.
There was never any threat. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna expand. Fence a little bit, since it wasn't that short on what it needed.
Heading to collect the asset.
See, I'd like to put like a little raised area in the enclosure just to make it look, you know, a little more natural. But it fucks with the water too. Alright, I'm almost at the park value, and apparently I don't have a dinosaur rating of 1.5 stars, but that might be because
Asset being transported.
I don't have my Giganotosaurus right now. Okay, so zoom out a little bit. Okay, so this path is just going to go straight down here for now. Because again, that's going to be for our bottom part of the park. Whereas this one is going to go off in this direction. I don't think I really smoothed this area of the park.
Been transported.
Alright, so your comfort is now good, just barely. Got like dramatic music kicking in. Alright. I think in this enclosure, we are going to make... Well, first let's grab another contract. Okay, let's terminate that contract and just grab another security contract in case he wants me to do...
Things go wrong.
Nope.
Who do they turn to first? You guessed it.
The
So consider this
Ghostbusters.
contract part of us always being ready.
Could put a Giganotosaurus in here. Because I don't really know what I'm going to put out. Suchomimus we still haven't made, but I actually do have one of those ready to go on Isla Sorna, so we don't need one of those here. I'm just trying to make sure that I've made one of everything, you know, as we go through this playthrough. Even if a lot of them are not that different from each other. I could make a Giganotosaurus, but they're expensive. Rating 156. Let's make one. I think we can probably do 2 in there. I think they are that kind of species. But I realize this is not actually a very big enclosure, so I can't do a bunch of herbivores. And also, we have this enclosure to fill out.
I wasn't entirely sure about this one, but you proved me wrong.
Okay, so let's get another feeder going on. Obstructed by what? What is obstructing it? Is there a dinosaur too close? Nope. Security mission.
This is Lambert. Some work's come my way, and you're just the person to help me with it.
All right.
Excellent. The security division needs more people with your skill set.
So that actually unlocked the Troodon.
I don't remember all the names of the dinosaurs, but I do remember how they react to being enclosed. They don't all get used to it. That's our agenda with this one. See how well they do in captivity. Introduce this new dinosaur into our park and build a suitable enclosure for it.
Alright, so let's cancel the
Lambert reports
Giganotosaur.
that there's a dinosaur the security division has taken a special interest in. Now, is this dinosaur interesting to the rest of us as well? Paying guests, for instance? Can you hear what I'm thinking? Kerching, kerching!
Alright. Wait. Research available. Okay, I think that automatically unlocked. Also, don't even know where that would show up in here. Okay, there's the Troodon. Yeah, so that's just unlocked. I don't have to actually do anything with it. And now I just have to wait for the fossils to come in.
I'd like to make you an offer you can't refuse. I mean, you can, of course, but why would you?
Alright, so let's see. What are we going to put in here? Okay, their population cap is 9, which is not ideal. Their population cap is 17, so they are good. And we currently have 6 in there. So let's maybe get some of these Mutabutosauruses out. I do have to remember that I don't actually have that much money. So I do have to pay attention to it somewhat. Okay, clothing shop is now hitting its capacity, so let's add another staff. Again, the management stuff in this game is really, really minimal. Which seems to be the case with Frontier not being great at making that stuff, going by what I've heard about Planet Coaster. Because, I mean, I also own Planet Coaster, I just haven't played it yet, but you know, I've watched some people play it, and yeah, it sounds like the focus there is way more on freeform building than actually managing. Even though they keep trying to add little bits and pieces to the management. Alright, so let's see if we can get one of these Troodons out and maybe... Why do I hear people panicking? Apparently the answer is for absolutely no reason. It's like a blob of people that are attached. Oh, that's a cool path you got there. Boy, that is a lot of people. Okay, they're still ticking down. We almost have a viable Troodon genome. So, guess we need some fun going on here. Arcade is 4-star fun, 2-star drink. Let's smoosh one of those in here. Alright, so let's maximize our Troodon. Well, not maximize, I don't really need 100% to be able to do this mission. Well, let's just get a little higher here. And then we'll make our
The challenge
Troodons.
of keeping our guests out of harm's way. You've improved our standing.
Okay, so I am going to need another power station soon. Maybe I'll put it back here in this corner. Okay. So I like this kind of methodical placement I'm going with here. I don't know, it just looks very neat to me for once. I mean, sure, some of these buildings are jammed in wherever I can fit them, but...
Ladies and gentlemen, for your comfort, we've increased the hotel capacity of the island.
So let's get another shelter in here. Release our Giganotosaurus. It's a very slick boy because of the
Good job
rain.
with those attendance stats. Nice work.
That is an interesting sound.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a member.
Alright, so I don't actually know their requirements. They need a population of 6. Hot diggity. So yeah, making big herbivore enclosures is actually difficult because there's so many of them that don't play well together, that only want kind of like a medium population. Look at this leggy, weird-looking little boy. Pretty sure Troodon is going to need a group, so let's make a few of them. It's kind of a weird thing where they look very kind of textbook for what Troodon is presumed to look like, but apparently they do still have the venom from the Jurassic Park the game version. The name Troodon, Greek for wounding tooth, is derived from their venomous serrated teeth. The Troodon would stalk its victims after biting. The toxins in its saliva cause hallucinations, followed by paralysis and finally brain death. I think that is actually just a thing added in to reference Jurassic Park the game, because I don't think there's any direct correlation to Troodon being venomous in real life, beyond just being a potential theory. The first identified Troodon fossil was a single tooth discovered in the Judith River Formation in 1856. Troodon has proved difficult to classify. First identified as a small lizard,
We've got a...
then a pachycephalosaur. Almost 100 years after the first tooth was discovered, Troodon was reclassified as a theropod due to its dentitional similarity to other known carnivores. The location of known Troodon fossils suggests it would favor cooler, possibly Arctic areas. Alright, so they won't take too long. So we'll get those guys on the field, and then we'll call it an episode, because I think we have gotten a decent amount of progress done. And as always, I think we're probably a little over an hour, which seems like a good, cozy length for these episodes for this kind of game. Also, Troodon is the smallest dinosaur in the game right now.
Pleased to welcome a Troodon to the park.
I have a special assignment for you, now that you have the specimen in a suitable enclosure. You're going to have a ranger team medicate the animals with a formula of my own making. However, instead of medicine, this injection is going to amp them up, cause them to act in ways that override their instinctive behaviors. Once this happens, observe them. I suspect they may be a handful for a bit. However, I'm sure the security division and you should be up to the challenge.
We're going to pump them full of drugs and see what happens.
This carnivore is a Troodon. It says here that the Troodon had one of the largest brains for body size of any dinosaur, making it intelligent and deadly. Just like my second wife.
I mean, they are fairly cute and squeaky, and very lanky. But it's not hard to imagine them reusing this general kind of model and animations for a compy. I mean, I think these are a little bit bigger than a compy, but still. If you downscale them a bit, I think they could add compies in whatever form they add more dinosaurs next. Be nice to have an enclosure with just like 40 of them. They're real fast, too. Look at that smug face. Alright. So you have to actually manually do this. Alright. I guess that got damaged in the storm. I didn't make a gate. That's kind of necessary for this to work. Oh no, I did make a gate. It's just on the other side. Derp. I wish it wasn't so dark when the Troodons came out, but the sun's starting to come up again. Ooh, I can probably do something here. Actually, that doesn't look too bad like that, but... Eh. It's a nice shot, but he's a little too far away for that to work. I was gonna get this guy.
Registered miss.
Gotta wait till they stop bolting all over the... Oh, there we go.
Made with the wrong asset.
Something is causing these animals to get agitated. If you have any ideas, share them. I've seen lots of reactions and a multitude of temperaments from our dinosaurs. But this is something different.
It says ensuring remains housed, but like, aside from tranking him, I can't really do anything to keep him from breaking out. I don't think the concrete wall is going to hold for 4.5 minutes. Also, it's still really hilarious to me that this guy can break a fucking concrete wall by itself.
That's impressive work.
Alright, so I almost have all the security stuff unlocked. She has a mission new arrival, so that's probably the Belordo Titan. Alright, well. Thankfully, he didn't actually do very much damage to the wall, so at least that seems to be somewhat balanced. But it'll probably get agitated again and try to break out again. Oh, also its social is not fulfilled.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Troodon to the park.
What are their rating? Appetite, 16. Rating is 51, so they're actually pretty highly rated considering their size. What I wanted to see here is what kind of skins we got available to them.
Ladies and gentlemen, predicting incoming storm.
Repair request acknowledged.
I guess as long as I keep repairing the wall, they won't get out. I think that wall's about to go, though.
Our weather forecast has been updated. Storm warning level has been raised.
The texture is shifting to the right.
Ladies
Oh my god, what just happened there?
and weather, please take
Almost just fucking jumped over the wall. Alright, well, it's fixed. And now the clothing shop is completely destroyed by the rain. There's definitely some silly things in this game. And not just the Rangers driving. I wonder what happened. He must have like hit this pole and just bounced straight up in the air. Alright, the storm is going to make the Troodons irritable also. But yeah, this is pretty much the same as that one mission where the T-Rex randomly got agitated. So there's nothing unique here.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to the dangerous weather conditions,
I've just received reports of a new contract that's available. Looks like the kind of thing you can handle.
Oh, but now the other Troodons are gonna get upset because of the storm. Alright, this should bring me pretty high with the genome. Alright, storm is over.
Repair crew reporting in. Adding task.
Please resume your normal activity.
I'm surprised the Giganotosaur didn't actually get angry in the storm and try to break out. Alright, so I was going to end when we got the Troodons out, but finishing the mission seems like a good spot. Because this is probably a pretty long one, since I tend to lose track of time when I'm recording this game.
Mr. Lambert, for reasons I cannot disclose at this time, I needed to study these animals in a highly agitated state. I had the ranger team's darts replaced with a special formula of my own making. Consider it an accomplishment that you were both able to handle the situation without being previously informed.
I don't like being used, but in my line of work, you come to tolerate it. I'll chalk this one up to being part of the job. That said, I don't like being left in the dark, especially when my life is at stake.
Is your life at stake, though? Are you even here on this island?
We need more people like you on the team. I'm
I hear
closing
someone
that
trying to
acquired
break out.
genome contract
Oh.
and giving you the credit. Remember this when I need something from you.
Right, I forgot that they needed more population.
Responding to repair request.
Are they, like, really
What you
weak?
want, and
They don't
what
seem
you
to be
get,
damaging the fence that much.
They're very rarely the same thing. And that's what so many scientists seem to understand. It's part of the process. They're not afraid to give up control, to embrace the chaos. And you appear to have done just that.
Alright, Giganotosaurus. We are going to have to end here, but let me just take care of this real quick. Bait.
When we have power problems, bad things tend to happen. I'd prefer they didn't. So how about making sure your buildings have the power they need?
Okay, we have no power at all.
Low ratings are usually an indication that something isn't going well. You might want to take a look at that.
Yeah, thanks, deering. Now be a deer and go back to wherever you are when you don't have lines.
Asset collection request received. Request received. Responding to repair.
Stellar work! I'm not sure I could even get this place running this well. Did I just say that out loud?
What a good back-to-back lines there. Okay, let's stop before I get distracted by something else. Save again. And we'll call it an episode. So next time we will continue with the secrets of Dr. Wu, as well as some work on Sorna, I think. But until then, take care, everyone.